Awesome. You guys want to get into My Home Hero?
Let's do it.
Uh-huh.
So next we're going to talk about My Home Hero, episode 11, called Father. So Tetsuo wakes up from his nap to some unexpected visitors at the door. He hears them picking the lock, so he goes and hides in the closet. Hopefully he can use his words this time instead of a rice maker.
We're back in the damn closet, bro.
Oh,
That
God.
shit killed me.
Yeah, we got to change his name from Tetsuo to R. Kelly, dude.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, if I hear somebody like trying to pick my door and shit, I'm not running to the closet.
No,
like,
I'm going to the fucking door. Yeah.
You know, like what's your problem, bro? Get your ass out of this house.
I would be pushing furniture left and right in front of that bitch, putting the chair under it, you know, like.
Right. I thought it was an odd thing for Tetsuo to do because like that's his daughter's apartment. He thinks he's cleared his name already. Like, why did he go hide? It was more suspicious that he hid.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if he had just like opened the door and be like, "Can I help you, bro?"
Yeah, what's up, dog? Can I come in? Hell nah. Get the fuck up out of here.
Who do you think you are, bro? Shit.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't have his crony behind him either.
Mm-mm. Well, he did it first, remember?
Yeah, but he told him to go away.
Yeah. But I mean, if he would have opened the door,
yeah. Like, he unlocked the door for him.
There, so.
Yeah, he probably would get his ass beat. Never mind.
GG's.
So I guess right before we got to that scene, we picked up right where the last episode was with Kyoichi calling Matori to tell him, like, hey, I've been framed. I'm 99% sure. Like, this is Tosu Tetsuo. He's the man behind this. He killed your son. And he kind of gives, like, you don't see it really, but he gives, like, an overview of all the reasons, you know, as he's recollecting them. And he says, like, hey, I was in there with an ALS light. I didn't get to check the bathroom. And when I first went in there the first time, I recall a cleaner being there who was actually Tetsuo. So that's why they go to the apartment. And unfortunately for Tetsuo, Matori has a real ALS light, not like a black light you would buy at like Dollar General. So you're worried, like, he's like, oh shit, is he gonna see some stuff? But he goes in the bathroom and just recognizes that it was very clean, like too clean for something that you shower in daily, you know?
Yeah.
Just gets him thinking, like, oh, maybe it was clean. I don't know. There's not enough evidence here. And then he goes in the living room, and sure enough, there are blood stains all over this place. So you knew something went down there.
1,000%. It was messy. And like you said, and then Kaizen went behind Tetsuo and did like a deep clean of the place. And like you said, the bathroom was spotless, too spotless. But do you guys think they actually cleaned the living room, or do you think it's because it was on wood that it wouldn't wash out?
I think wood, it would be hard to clean that shit out of wood, bro, because it absorbs it, you know?
Nah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I guess I was wrong when I thought that bleach might be able to take away bloodstains. So obviously not. They just bought cheap bleach. I don't know.
Not enough oxidizing power.
It was clear as day once you saw it, and I was like, oh, I feel like Tetsuo should have thought about this beforehand. And like known what it, with all his detective and like murder mystery novels and stuff he reads, like you would have thought he would have been like, oh, I should get a light to see if it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Or at least put a fucking rug down, my guy.
Well, yeah, I think he had a little one down, right? And it
at
just
the door,
cover it all up.
At the fucking door, it was to like to wipe your feet off. But before this scene, while not Nabuto, but Kyoichi is telling Matori about who he thinks killed Nabuto, Matori got very angry and like threw a temper tantrum in his office. It was odd to see him like that. Did you guys expect that out of him? He's been very stoic throughout this whole series.
We seen him throw a temper tantrum earlier in the season, though. The same. I don't remember why, but he done about the same exact shit, though. Right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure he was throwing shit, like sweeping shit off his desk and stuff. After he talked to, I think after he found out Nobuto was dead. So, if I remember right, I could be wrong, but
which is more understandable then. That's his son.
Yeah.
But yeah, homie's unhinged. I was not expecting that at that level.
No. And I was still a little scared for Kyoichi when he said, I don't, I'm going to destroy whoever it is, whether it's you or Tetsuo. I was like, oh shit, he doesn't really believe him. Or he at least has to go do some investigating. But yeah, he's a little bit more, like you said, unhinged than what I thought he was. A little bit more emotional. I would like to think that a grown ass man doesn't tear apart his whole office regularly, at least.
I mean,
Maybe
it's not like he's gonna be the one cleaning it up, bro. He's gonna
That's
have
a
his
good
lackeys
point.
do it for him. So
That's a good fucking point.
That's true. But yeah, it was unexpected, I guess, and I wasn't expecting the episode to start with that. So it started off with a pretty big bang, in my opinion. But going back to the apartment, after Matori sees all these stains, he notices them on the closet door as well, and he's shining the light at it, and he kind of realizes that there's somebody hiding in there. So Tetsuo comes out and basically admits to it, which I did not expect at all.
the man bowed down on the floor and everything. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Get your ass up.
I thought that shit was so stupid. Like, you've involved your wife in this whole plot. You've been keeping this up for a whole week. You've gone through God, everything, and God knows what to keep this secret. And then now, when you kind of like see him actually crying out for his son, it's like, this is when you're going to have a change of heart.
All the
You think
work
he's
went
going to
down
be
the
merciful
drain,
to
bro.
you? You killed his son.
Yeah.
I think he's more trying to protect his family in that sense, and maybe he can go down as the sole guy and protect them. But we obviously find out that is not how Matori plans on doing this thing out. There is like a minute-long monologue of all the terrible, terrible things he's going to do to his family, and it had me like a little scared. Like,
It was
this dude is
very
unhinged.
dark. Yeah, he came up with that on this. Well, he had probably been thinking about what he was going to do if he found the murderer, and it was not great. It was not great. It's probably the worst possible things you could think of to like do to people. He's like, we're gonna do them all in succession, and you're gonna watch.
Yeah, he said something about fish hooks in your eyes. That way you have to watch. Oh shit!
I mean, it's going to be a little graphic right here, but he told him that he was going to have his underlings rape both Kaisen and their daughter. He was going to tear their flesh off while they're alive. He was going to make Tetsuo watch with fish hooks in his eyelids so he can't close them. He was going to decapitate them and make him look at his family's like heads, all before even doing anything to him. So like, this dude's a fucking nut.
Yeah, he said he was going to put nails in them while they were alive, literally crucify them, like lay them up on a cross right in front of them and skin them.
Did y'all expect like this show to go that deep into an explanation of what he's going to do?
Hell,
depiction?
No.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, obviously it's really fucked up, but like, I enjoyed the fact that he made Tetsuo listen to all of that, and that's what made Tetsuo flip out, Because Tetsuo had this crazy change of heart. He was like, call the police, I'll turn myself in, we can end this. And then Tetsuo was like, oh, hell no, if you're going to do this to my family, like, I'm coming at you.
Yeah, I got to fight. My little nerd ass has got to fight now. Which...
Yeah, it was wild. And our boy Matori was just like, police? no, police.
Yeah, we handle this on our own.
A court of law, bro. I'm a gangster. It was what'd y'all think about this fight scene? Would y'all rate this? I was laughing the entire time.
I would expect more from Matori, honestly, because he is kind of like a head honcho of like a faction of Yakuza, but we have known for a while that he says that he's not made for that. That's why he's got his lackeys, blah blah blah. So it was really funny to see two average
old
non-fighters trying to kill each other. So basically, but
yeah, I thought it was funny, just like all right off the rip, even when Tetsuo was like bowing to Matori. And it's like groveling on the floor. He like goes in his suit pocket and he's like, "Don't you fucking move, I'll shoot." I was like, why wouldn't you just pull out the fucking blicky, bro? He knows you don't have a fucking gun.
He did have pepper spray though, and that shit sucks. That shit sucks.
Oh my God.
It does. You know what's even funny though? Like the part where it gets into his eye from like the mist coming back at him. That shit's happened to me before, bro. Just playing around with pepper spray and it just blows back into your eye, and I'm just like, oh, bro, it's just so horrible.
What were you doing playing around with pepper spray?
Well, I wasn't playing with it. My sister and them was playing with it. They was acting like they was gonna spray each other, and it just got in all of our eyes, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure, like, if you're gonna carry pepper spray, you at least need to be pepper sprayed once. Like, that is my opinion on it.
Yes.
Oh, it's bad.
And I've been pepper sprayed, and like, dude, that shit lingers for like 30 minutes. Like, you're just sitting there with your eyes watering. You can barely open them. Like, it is terrible.
Do not rub them.
Like, oh yeah, no.
It makes it much worse. I made that mistake. I've also been pepper sprayed.
The best part of this fight is that they're basically both fighting blind because they can't see shit, so their eyes are half the time. But I will say the animation for this fight scene was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't great. I just thought it was funny how like they were just fumbling around pretty much in the dark because they couldn't see, and how beat up each other were getting. And you had like Matori trying to call Kubo on the phone, and Tetsuo's got like his elbow in his fucking face. It was just so clumsy compared to like any other anime fight I've seen.
But I think it done a real good job of showing that these two aren't made for fighting, and this is what happens when people are at their limits and are trying to struggle for their lives. Though I think
100%.
it done a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, it did actually. I mean, this is what a normal fight would look like.
Yeah, especially between two
50-year-old men.
Bunch of nerd fight. 100% a nerd fight.
Well, I was laughing. I probably shouldn't have been laughing because it was meant to be more serious fight or situation, and it just had me laughing, bro.
Yeah, same with me. It was funny to see like you go from something like Hell's Paradise, which I had watched right before this, to where they really box in that show. Like, everybody's about it, and everybody has like special abilities, and they're cutting up all the different monsters, and then you see two old nerds just kind of like rubbing elbows, trying to get it done. It was such a contrast.
Fight.
Yeah.
But is the next episode the last one, or are there two more?
Yeah, it's finale next week.
Thank God, I'm so ready for some fucking closure.
Yeah, same. And Tyler, you were saying after you watched this, you think they're kind of ruining the show.
Yeah.
Why did you think that?
Like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to explain. Like, it feels like all the shit that we've watched, is no. It means nothing anymore. After what just happened today, and then, like, what's gonna happen? Like, it's basically starting over again. Like, if Tetsuo kills Matori, then like it's the whole thing happening again, and it's the same stuff happening. He was in the closet, all that stuff. It's literally a repeat. I just don't. I don't know, man. It's we'll see how the finale goes.
Yeah,
So.
I was kind of hoping he was going to go back to the rice cooker, or at least a soup pressure cooker or something. That would have been fitting, I think. It coming full circle, but then how does he explain that away?
Yeah. Well, it's like I said yesterday. I think like the last episode would have been a really good episode at the end, and the anime on like plot wise. And if this was like, say this was the finale, and it kind of just went into the emotional aftermath and everything between like Tetsuo and Kaisen and all that, I think it would have been a really good ending. But like, if I don't know what the hell they're gonna do next episode. But like, if they just end it with like Tetsuo getting killed and his family getting killed and moving on, I'm like, this is fucking a waste of my day. Like, waste of 12 weeks,
And that's kind of how I feel. Like, depending on what they do with this next episode, I mean, two options, either Tetsuo dies and his family dies, like Dan said, or Tetsuo kills Matori and it's like the same shit happened again. Like it's like, I mean, well, what's gonna happen?
Well, don't forget,
It's
guys.
gonna be a major cliffhanger again. Like you're gonna leave us on this note. Like what happens after that? You know, I just don't know. Either way, it's probably gonna be. I don't have high hopes for the finale. So
I mean, I think the criminal organization and Tetsuo were going to go to jail. The downstairs neighbors heard all that rumbling going
Oh, yeah,
on
that's
between the
right.
nerd fight, and the police are knocking at the door right now. And that's the cliffhanger they left us on. I think the law is going to get involved, and this is all just going to fall to pieces.
and I don't know, man. That seems like a horrible ending too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't
after
see how
all
they
this
can
bullshit.
make it worth our while in the finale. I think we're gonna be disappointed one way or the other. I don't see how they can make it up. So
Yeah, unless he can basically try and prove that he was being framed for this from the get-go, and that he's been basically being like attacked and haunted by this organization for a week now. So the only way he can get out of it, I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's a lot. I think it had a really good ending in place, and I'm kind of disappointed with where it's going. But we'll see how it ends. I can't say anything until I've seen the finale.
Understood.
I say if they would have left it at him framing Kyochi and it being done, this would have been okay. It would have been like a 6 maybe for me, like 6.5. It would have been pretty fun. But I don't know. I just don't see it staying at a 6 or 6.5 for me unless they do something wild next week. So
Tyler said it's going to be hard mid.
yeah.
Hard mid. It's been hard mid this whole time for me, but
Dude, but like through episode like 4 or 5, I was actually really interested.
Yeah.
But like I think like episode maybe 5 or 6 through now, it just kind of seems like they're dragging it out. And then
It
they went
started off
past
strong,
the end.
So
I think they realized they needed 12 episodes out of this bullshit.
well, I guess here's like the thing to it though is every crime show I've ever watched, it's like 1 to 3 episodes for like a plot like this. And then they go on to the next one, like if you watch Criminal Minds, it's like an episode or 2 or 3. And then that's
Right.
it. It's not freaking drawn out over a week and a half. I mean, it is drawn out over a week and a half, whatever, but
It
gotta go
summarizes quick. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Might not be a show for me.
Cool. Well, we'll see, guys.